got a different kind of film for you now. I'm going to do some openings and tastings of some of the more unusual beers that I come across. Not ones that I've made myself, but ones that I've bought while I've been out and about. In tonight's film, I'm going to review 3 different sour beers. The first beer in tonight's film comes from Vault City Brewery, and they are an Edinburgh-based brewery. And this sour is an Apple Guava Breakfast Smoothie, and that sounds absolutely banging. So it's 5% ABV. The ingredients are water, malted barley, oats, guava, apple, coconut, hops, and yeast. So a little bit more than what's allowed in Germany, but this is from Scotland. Right. So anyway, let me shut up and get on with it. By the way, the can is absolutely exquisitely designed. Really lovely artwork on there, and that's what caught my eye to it, to be honest. So yeah, craft beer brewers, do keep up the designs because it does work. It's great marketing. So, a bit tough to get into. I will use my buttering tool. I think that's what it is. Right. Immediate, wow, smell of absolute gorgeous fruitiness. Oh, whew. It's sweet and then it's pungent afterwards. So you start off with something which is really sort of lovely and floral, and then it goes a bit like funky. Right, let's have a little tip. So I'm pouring tonight into my triple Carmelite glass. So if you saw this in a glass on a bar, you would think, oh my word, what on earth is that? There is no way I'm drinking it, because it does look like something which, let's face it, isn't really beer. I mean, it's called a breakfast smoothie, and you get breakfast smoothie vibes, or you get dishwater after a lot of washing up. I'm not quite sure which one. So yeah, it's not the prettiest of things that I've ever seen, but let's not judge a beer by its colour. Now the coconut's really coming through now on the smell. I'm definitely getting big coconut. And the guava follows it. So the coconut is the dominant smell, followed by the guava. Right, I'm going in. That's about as far from a beer flavour as I've ever imagined. I wouldn't even know what to peg that as. That really is a unique flavour. I've never tasted anything quite like this before. It's lovely. It's very, very drinkable. 5% doesn't really taste it. It tastes sort of like around about the 3 to 4% mark. It certainly doesn't taste like it's a strong beer. Sour, yes, but not too sour. In fact, it almost tastes like there's some lactose sugar in that, which has retained some residual sweetness, but I didn't notice that on the ingredients, and no, it doesn't say so. It's not as sour as most sours I've ever tasted. It's a lot more flavoursome than many I've ever tasted though. And I'm just going to put this down actually, and I want you to look on top, because it does not look pretty. So yeah, that white stuff on top, that's come out. I mean, I'm guessing that's part of the fruit that's in there. It's the smoothie effect. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. Anyway, back to the beer. It's quite thick. It's not something that you can neck. It's probably one of the thickest beers I've ever drank. It's a really pleasant flavour. I'm going to say it really is nice. It doesn't taste anything like a beer though, I've got to say, it really doesn't. But it's very nice indeed. It's somewhere around the medium to medium sweet mark. Sour comes through right at the end on the tip of your tongue. You get that sort of ness at the end of it, but it doesn't strike you as being a sour from the outset. It's just a really, really very nice drink. So cheers to Vault City, well done. You have definitely given me a very unusual brew, and it's one I would say if you're into your sours and you're into your unusual beers, give it a try. I'm certainly going to enjoy finishing this tonight. There'll be 2 more sour tastings in this film, So I'll catch you on the next one, whatever that may be. Cheers, folks. Good evening from the kitchen, folks, for my second sour beer review for this film. In this segment of the film, I'm going to be reviewing the Rodenbach Grand Cru Belgian Sour Brown Ale. Belgian sour, never had one. Sour brown ale, don't think I've ever had one. So it's a first and a first, so I'm quite looking forward to this. So the Rodenbach brewery is in West Flanders. It's now part of Palm Brewing Company, a bit of a bigger company. But essentially, the tradition of this recipe has been maintained in this beer. So this is meant to be an intense sour brown ale. It should have been aged between 18 and 24 months. So it's had some good conditioning time. I'm quite excited to try this. So let's get this one opened. Okay, so a very delicate, so not a big one, so it's not going to be a big gassy beer. I'm pouring it again into a wine glass because it's Belgian, and I cannot pour a Belgian beer into a random glass. It has to be in a neutral glass if I don't have the right glass. So it's going into a wine glass, which I think will suit this rather nicely. Okay, I've poured it like a moron, never mind. Although, to be honest, right, you do get Belgian beers served like that, so I haven't really poured it like a moron, just not like you might in England. But we're not in England, we're in Belgium for this part of the film. So I'm going to have a little nifter. So I'm getting, there's definitely that lactobacillus quality in this. There's some, that almost a bit like a kind of a lambic smell. I mean, it's definitely sour for sure. It's got that quality to it, that kind of, I don't want to use the word vinegary because that's the wrong word, but you know what I'm talking about, don't you? So it's meant to smell like sour cherries, and I can kind of get that. I sort of do get that reference there. It's definitely got a very, very tart smell to it, and that's what I would expect with a sour. Right, I'm going to go in. Well, that's very, very unusual. A brown ale, for sure. Absolutely, 100%. That is a brown ale. And a sour in one. I've never had anything like this before, I don't think. I'm thinking of one, maybe is it called Duchess of Bourgogne or something like that? That kind of, maybe, something like this. Although I've not had one of them for a long time. But, yeah, this is actually really interesting. It's very nice. Very drinkable. The fruitiness is now my whole mouth's had some. The fruitiness is there. And the cherry reference, the sour cherries I get, okay, there's definitely a sour cherries or a sour berries or a sour fruit of some sort coming through in this. It's a really, really good beer, actually. I mean, and yeah, not surprising it's Belgian. Of course it's a really, really good beer. So Rodenbach Grand Cru. I think this is a very good one. I've got no negatives to say about it whatsoever. Would I recommend it? Yes, of course I would. Would I have it again? Yes, of course I would. How does it compare to the other one? Well, let's wait until I've done all three sours for this film, and then I'll do an overall recap. So cheers, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this segment of the film. This is a lovely 6% beer, and I'm going to enjoy drinking this tonight. I'll catch you in the next segment of the film when I've got my next sour, wherever I may be. Cheers, folks. Hey folks, I'm back with my third and final sour beer review for this film. Today I'm going to be opening and tasting a Wild Wild Life, and this is from Harrogate's Roosters Brewery. Roosters Brewing Co, I should say, let's get it right. And these are located in Holmbein Park, one railway station south of Harrogate, and I've just been to the tap room and this is where I've bought this from. So this is a very interesting one to me for a sour. It's barrel-aged sour saison, 2025 released, aged 36 months. It's a limited release and it's 7.2%. That's great for a sour. Now, I'm just going to read the information on the back. Barrel-aged sour saison. So a sour saison. So first of all, I love my saisons and I love my sours. So a sour saison, winner winner chicken dinner as far as I'm concerned. A kettle sour fermented with a saison yeast before being aged in French oak barrels for 15 months, before further aging in stainless steel casks for an additional 21 months. Tart with subtle, fruity, oaky wine notes and a hint of spice leading to a dry finish. Roughly filtered, pour with care. Oof, I like the sound of all that. There's nothing there that I don't like the sound of at all. So, Wild Wild Life 2025. Let's get it opened. So a bit of froth. Oh, I don't want to waste any, but wow, zippy zappy. Okay, so let's get this poured. And we can look at the colour. Pouring it carefully. Honestly, if there's any sedimenty stuff, that just equals flavour. You don't expect something that's got saison on it to be clear. And let's remember the first sour beer that I tried, that wasn't anything like clear. Now I'm going to say from a first impressions perspective, that's a disappointing head retention. I did expect there to be something a bit better than that. So it doesn't look amazing. It looks a bit like dishwater at this point in time. So yeah, head retention is important, I think, and I'm sad to see that this doesn't have it. Smells amazing, really, really tart. You've got that sort of lactobacillus kind of headiness to it. You've also got the saison, that sort of fruity, almost a bit zesty with it. I'm wondering if they're actually overpowering each other on the smell. Let's go with the taste again. So I've already had a little quick slurp, but it wasn't a proper taste. It's not grabbing me as much as I thought it was gonna, and I'm quite disappointed to say that, really. I thought I was going to be praising this all day long. It's all right. I think there's too much going on. I think it's fighting each other. I think the saison and the sour, rather than complementing each other, I don't think they are doing. And I think the overriding vinegariness is actually a bit too much. And I'm genuinely sad to say that. I mean, I'm sure it'd be delicious on my chips. But yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm genuinely disappointed. I thought this was going to be a wow pizzazz sour, saison sour, and it's not. It's all right. You know, it's fair. I'm not dissing it. But out of the three that I've had, I'm going to have to put this one in third place, unfortunately. And I'm genuinely sad to do that. Really sad to do that. So it's okay. It's fairly dry on the aftertaste. My mouth feels like it's been sucking something quite vinegary. And I've got that sort of like, my tongue feels like it's swollen a little bit almost from it. Yeah, it's all right. It's not brilliant, it's all right, and I'm genuinely sad to say that. So sorry, Roosters Brewing Company. I thought I was going to be putting you in first place today, and that's the truth, but I'm not. So, out of the three sours that I've tried, the best one by far was the Rodenbach Grand Cru. Okay, this one was absolutely cracking. In second place is the very weird Vault City Apple Guava Breakfast Smoothie. And in third place is today's offering, the Wild Wildlife 25 from Roosters Brewing Company. Now, even though I'm putting this in third place, it is not a bad beer at all. it's just not as good as the other two, and I'm not enjoying it on the first taste as I did as much the other two. So yeah, I'm quite sad about that because I thought I was going to be really hyping this one up, but never mind. So 3 sour beers, all decent, and they've all got their own characteristics and differences, but clearly that one was definitely my favourite one. So I hope you've enjoyed the film, folks. Let's get a quick picture for the front of the film. Thank you for bearing with me. And I'll catch up with you on the next film, whatever that may be. So cheers, until later. The film that you've just watched is a Moss Home and Garden production. You can find more by going to www.mosshomeandgarden.co.uk. I'd just like to say thank you very much for supporting my YouTube channel and for watching my films. It really is very much appreciated. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to receive future updates about the home and garden films which I upload. You can find my YouTube channel by going to www.mosshomeandgarden.co.uk. Please click on the red subscribe button. When you've done that, a little bell will appear. If you press that also, then you'll get future updates about the films which I upload. If you like my films, if you like my style of filming, then you might also like my travel channel, which you will find by going to youtube.com/Stuart Moss or type in www.mosstravel.tv. Again, if you could subscribe to that channel, it would be hugely appreciated. If you'd like to get Moss Home and Garden updates on Facebook, then please open Facebook and do a search for Moss Home and Garden, and you will find the page. If you like the page, then you will get future updates on there. And if you'd like to connect on Instagram for home, garden and travel photography, as well as some stories, then my username is StuMoss, STUMOSS. If you'd like to connect on Twitter, then my username is @StuartMoss. And if you'd like to contact me about film usage or any other issue, please just email me on stewmosshomegarden@gmail.com. Once again, thank you very much for supporting my channel, for watching my films. I do appreciate it. I'd just like you all to have a great day.